Now today we're going to make a one pot dish, nice and simple. It's going to be a vegetarian one, which is root vegetables and red lentils. Now to get some extra flavour in there, I'm also going to be using some curry paste. I'm going to be using a madras paste, but you can vary that to whatever one you want to use. And it all comes together and makes something simple and tasty, so give it a go. So the first thing I want to do is just quickly go through the ingredients we're going to use. Now I've got my pot with all my vegetables in there. That's the pot we're going to be cooking it up in. Now in terms of weight, 1.5 kilos of mixed vegetables there. Now with the root vegetables, I've got 2 sweet potatoes, 4 or 5 fairly small white potatoes. I've chosen to use white potatoes because, you know, when you've been cooking them for a while, they don't tend to disintegrate quite as quick as some others. I've also got 4 carrots, 1 parsnip, a large onion, 3 cloves of garlic, handful of frozen peas, fresh coriander. Now obviously with the vegetables, the root vegetables, you can mix and match whatever you've got or whatever you want to use. So, you know, go and make your own choice. 200 grams of red split lentils. Then I've got curry paste. Now this is a ready-made one. I chose to use ready-made because this dish is so simple and so quick to put together that I thought I'm just going to use ready-made paste. The one I'm going to use is madras. Now a lot of the time I do make my own paste, so if you want to go and do that, feel free to do so. Now I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of the madras paste. So 2 tablespoons, that's the big one. Now the same amount of vegetable stock. Now I'm going to use this bouillon, so 2 tablespoons of bouillon powder. If you haven't got that, but you got the cubes, just use 2 cubes of vegetable stock. The amount of boiling water, about 1.25 litres, so 1250 ml. But you know, we might add a little bit more or a little bit less, depending how much we need. Salt and pepper seasoning, because you need to season it. 2 bay leaves, 3 cardamom pods. Now the cardamom pods, what you do is you squeeze those, the seeds come out, discard the husks. So there's all the ingredients, nice and simple. Then what I'm going to do is get it all prepared and I'm going to go over to the hob, get on with the cooking. So I've come over to the hob and I've got everything prepared, all the vegetables. Now with the lentils, I did run these under cold water for about a minute, just to sort of wash them down a little bit. So that's all washed up, all chopped up, ready for cooking. Now I'm going to start off with some oil and the onion. So let's just put a little bit of oil in there. I mean, you can use pretty much any oil you like really, sort of vegetable oil or whatever you've got. That's it. Now I'm going to switch the heat on and just bring it up to about a medium heat. So the oil's just come up to heat a little bit, so let's put in the onions. Now give them a quick move around. Give them a quick move around. And what I'd say is you probably want to cook those for just a few minutes and then we're going to put the garlic in there. So we just want to slightly soften them. So move them around. If the heat's too high, you can always turn it down a little bit. That's it. I've been cooking for just a few minutes. Now I'm just going to put my garlic in there. Like that. That's it. I've left the garlic for about a minute. Give that a quick move around. Now we've got the root vegetables, so let's pop those in there. You can turn the heat up a little bit if you want, because we just want to get the vegetables covered. If you can get a little bit of colour on it, all the better. But keep moving them around. Try and get everything coated. So with the root vegetables, I've left those for 5 or so minutes. So at the moment, from start to finish, we've been cooking for 10 minutes. Just remember to give it the occasional mix around. Now I think it's time to put in that curry paste, the madras paste. So let's open that up and use a couple of tablespoons. Lovely. Just mix that around quick. Oh, it's smelling so good now in here, in this kitchen. Now also, I've got the vegetable stock. Just want to pop that in. So again, I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons of vegetable powder, vegetable stock, and then I've got my boiling water come out of the kettle. I've got about 1¼ litres. Let's put, I might just leave a little bit less, that'll be enough. Now I'm just going to bring that up to the boil. That's it, let's just come up to the boil now. So let's pop in the lentils, which, as I say, I did rinse them under cold water just for about a minute. A couple of bay leaves. Just going to turn it down a little bit. As I say, with the cardamom pods, see the little black seeds coming out? You just sort of roll them in your fingers and the seeds all pop out. So you've got to kind of squash them. Just get those out. Lovely. Now let's just give it a mix. Like that. I'm probably going to add just a little bit of salt and also some freshly ground black pepper. And then we're going to pop the lid on there. Now what you want to do is have it on a simmering away for at least half an hour, I would say. The main thing is you want everything to be nice and soft, you know, all nicely cooked. Now I've left that for about half an hour, 30 minutes, simmering away, giving it the occasional stir now and again, just a gentle move around, like that, lovely. Now what you can do is test your vegetables at this point, so, you know, grab potato, see how the carrots are, and just try and get a feel for how soft they are. Now, these are just starting to soften down, but I think it needs probably another 10 minutes, maybe 15 at the most. Then what you can also do is, if you've got too much liquid or more than you want in there, you can leave the lid off for the last 10 or 15 minutes, maybe turn the heat up a little bit, and just gently give it the occasional stir, and that will reduce it down a little bit. Now, I've had mine cooking for that 15 minutes uncovered, so no lid, and just going to move that around. And just going to check some of these vegetables. Yeah, that's a lot softer. Even the carrot. So in total this has had 45 minutes. The first half an hour with the lid on, and the last 15 minutes with the lid off to reduce it down. Now I'm just going to quickly taste this, see how it is. That's got a lovely flavour. And that madras, just a little bit of kick from that. You can taste the lentils. That is tasting really nice. Now, I was thinking, whilst I was waiting for this to cook, I've got some of this crystallised ginger. I don't know if you've ever used it, but oh, it's lovely. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit of that crystallised ginger in there, and it kind of slowly dissolves. Now, I'm just going to break it up a little bit. Just a little bit, because when you get a bit of that, it's lovely, absolutely lovely. That'll do. Now, so I've got the peas. So let's just pop the peas in there. Just give that a quick move around. That's it. And also, I've got the coriander. That fresh coriander. I'm not going to use it all, just going to sprinkle some of it in. And then you can go and serve it out. That's it. Should have a look at that pot. Ooh. Smells absolutely wonderful. Now I'll just show you what it's like before I serve it up, but Nice little mixture. That'd be really nice with a naan bread. Now in the end I did use 1 1/4 litres of boiling water. I mean, if you wanted it a little bit thicker, maybe you could just reduce it down slightly, but I think that's a nice consistency and really nice with a naan. So I'm going to move that back and serve it up. And if you can, try and get a bit of everything, some of that sauce. Oh yeah. Just a little bit more, I think. A little bit more of that potato, a little bit more sauce. There you go. Looks nice. Now let me just get a little bit of fresh coriander. We could just sprinkle a little bit, just to follow that flavour through. Lovely. I've also got a little bit of naan bread. We can taste that sauce. Let's just try that. Oh, it's so nice. Obviously you can use that naan bread to suck up the juices. Delish. Let me just try a little bit of this. What have we got here? The sweet potato. That's going to be really nice with it, because you know the madras is a little bit spicy and then you get a bit of sweet potato. Really yummy. Oh, that is great. I think I'll put a bit more of that sweet potato in next time. Absolutely delicious. And then of course you've got your white potatoes, and you can use any sort of root veg you want, but absolutely delish. Thanks for watching my videos. I hope you enjoy. Go and make it, because it's nice and simple, in the one pot, tastes delicious, and you can always vary it with the vegetables or what curry paste you use. I used a madras, which is like medium heat, but you could use a milder one, a little bit more spicy if you want. It's up to you. See you on the next one, The Original Naked Chef.